Celebrity MasterChef is back.
If I get through, it'll be fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
These celebrities are all passionate about food.
I think undoubtedly I will be competitive in the kitchen.
We're looking for that exceptional cooking style. Someone who's more than just a good home cook. Someone with that extra something special.
Ideally, I'd like to go all the way and win MasterChef.
It's Celebrity MasterChef. These three celebrities believe they have what it takes to become MasterChef. Matthew Wright is the presenter of the live current affairs programme, The Right Stuff.
I'm going to give it my best shot, that's all I can do. I'm keen to learn more, which is why I'm here.
Jeremy Edwards is the well-known actor and TV presenter.
I'm incredibly nervous. Yeah, I haven't been as nervous since I can remember.
Lorne Spicer fronts the very popular Car Booty and Cash in the Attic.
My expectations are that it's going to be very, very competitive, but hey, you know, I can compete with the best of them.
Today, their cooking skills will undergo 3 rigorous tests. They have to invent 2 dishes from scratch.
You had that tuna in there for an inordinate length of time.
They have to survive the pressure of cooking their own dish for paying customers.
It's the boss. Make sure it's good. Your competition, my job on the line.
And they have to wow the judges with their best 2-course meal.
Beautifully seasoned, well cooked. It's absolutely delicious.
But only one of them will go through to the quarter-final.
Good afternoon and welcome to Celebrity MasterChef.
The task is relatively simple. We want 2 plates of food from you that John and I would like to eat. That, I promise you, is good enough at this stage.
Your time starts now.
The celebrities now have 50 minutes to create 2 exceptional dishes from any of today's ingredients, which include pork, tuna, sugar snap peas, cabbage, potato, mascarpone, prunes, tomatoes, risotto rice, coriander, eggs and parsley. Judging the celebrities are top chef and restaurateur John Turode.
We are looking for a cooking star. Somebody who can prove to us that they can really, really cook.
And food writer and ingredients expert Greg Wallace.
Trying to create 2 courses out of ingredients they haven't seen before. The first time they've walked into this kitchen is scary, nerve-wracking, and only the best will shine.
Matthew is hoping years of fine dining will give him the edge over his competitors.
I've been taken out for most of my professional life, and if I can't bring some of that knowledge here, then I might as well pack up and go home now.
Matthew Wright seems to me to be a bon vivant. I bet he really does know good food. He might know good food, he might think he's the right stuff, but can he actually cook? What's the risotto going to be with?
It's going to be with cherry tomatoes, and then I'm going to do something with the tuna and some of the spices, I think.
Tell us about where the love of food comes from.
It comes from my mum. My mum is a very, very, very good cook. One of the dishes at the Ivy, the famous Ivy, is at shepherd's pie. Everybody says it's the most fantastic dish. My mum's wets all over the Ivy's shepherd's pie, and if they ban me for going in for saying that, that's tough on the Ivy, but criticism can hurt.
Matthew, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You have had 25 minutes already.
Jeremy likes nothing more than being creative in his own kitchen.
I don't really use cookery books. I like just experimenting, and it usually works out quite well.
Jeremy, you actually look the calmest of our 3 cooks.
Oh, really? I've never been so nervous about anything in my entire life.
What are you going to do for us today?
Well, I'm going to do some fat chips with a mascarpone and tomato dip. Yeah.
OK.
And then I'm going to do a pan-fried chicken, and I'm just going to fry some potatoes and...
Pan-fried what?
What's that?
Pork.
Pork.
Not chicken. You got just 20 minutes.
Family cook Lorne enjoys keeping things simple.
Plain, good food always tastes really, really nice, and that should be enough.
Lorne Spicer is on television all the time. I can't believe a lady working that hard has got much time for cooking.
Lorne, you're here for a reason.
Because my 6-year-old little boy was absolutely obsessed with the first series of Celebrity MasterChef. So I said, Mummy, why can't you do that programme? So I went, right, OK, I'll go and do it then. And now I'm beginning to think maybe I've bitten off more than I can chew.
You've got a smile on your face. You've got a son who eats, and obviously is going to be your harshest critic, so you can't be a bad cook.
Well, we'll see, won't we? You'll have to let me know later.
1 minute, guys. OK, that's it. Last touch. Walk away from it.
Now that he's recognised his ingredients, what will the judges make of Jeremy's pork, fried potatoes with onions and garlic, and sugar snap peas?
This black bit,
Yeah, that's nice, that.
it signifies burnt. The flavour of the potato and the onions, that sort of charred flavour, it's like you have on a barbecue.
He's then made fat chips with 2 dips, 1 mascarpone and herb and 1 tomato.
Chips, to an old cynic, I suppose, probably should be crispy. And the dip here is mascarpone and...
Chive.
chives?
There you go.
It's parsley stalk.
There you go. Right. Parsley. It's parsley stalk.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's incredible because it tastes like potatoes and tomatoes together.
It's brilliant, yeah.
That's incredible how you've done that with potatoes and tomatoes.
Yeah.
Tomato's fine with a slice of baked potato. Mascarpone's far too sweet. Far too sweet. Because I actually think by the presentation of your food, you do understand it and you've just had a bad day at the office.
Yeah.
For her first course, Lorne has made scrambled egg served in a Savoy cabbage basket with a side of prunes and tomatoes.
It's got parsley and coriander running through it, so that's the flavour you get. I don't think there's anything wrong with you making scrambled egg. I think you lost confidence in it and then wanted to make it so much more than scrambled egg, and you can't. The flavours are about parsley and about coriander and about the sort of wet, soggy egg. This wateriness that comes off it here is because it's overcooked.
Can she now pull it back with tuna served with bubble and squeak and salad?
I shouldn't be tuning this tuna as much as I am. You had that in there for an inordinate length of time. It's well seasoned. Shame the potatoes aren't properly cooked.
Will Matthew's years of fine dining have helped him with his first dish of olive and tomato risotto.
Right. The juice of the tomatoes, the acid in there and the sweetness of those really makes that rice and Parmesan cheese come alive. I'm really pleased. I think it's nicely flavoured, and I think it's got the cheese in it. It's nice and salty. It's right. You can cook. You can cook, Matthew.
Will his next dish of seared tuna with homemade mayonnaise and capers go down as well?
It's really tasty because the tuna has got lots of salt on it. It's been cooked very, very quickly, so it's still very pink. The sauce is well flavoured and well made. I've got great hopes for you, Matthew.
OK.
Nicely cooked, gently cooked, piece of fresh tuna. Good mayonnaise on the top, little hint of coriander. Perfect. You must be very happy with this start, aren't you?
To be honest, I'm thrilled with how it's turned out, to tell you the truth. I mean, absolutely thrilled.
Tomorrow it's all to play for. Get some rest. Big day. Thank you.
Knives in the back.
You really had some olives. You really had some olives. Shut up.
It's MasterChef, they're celebrities, but we're not concerned about what they do in their day job. We're concerned about the food they cook, how good the food is, and that will be the difference between the person who makes it through to the next round. Can they really cook?
I mean, those plates that came up from Lorne were incredible. The idea of scrambled eggs in a cup of cabbage, it is just extraordinary.
I was absolutely petrified the minute I saw the ingredients because there was nothing there that I would cook. I actually can't believe that I managed to turn out the dishes that I did.
Lorne must have had that tuna in that pan for, I reckon, the best part of a quarter of an hour. She had no idea what she was cooking.
Matthew's food was the star because there was 2 dishes you could identify as being good food.
I really liked his tuna. I thought it was decent mayonnaise. You can see the guy knows his way round recipes.
I'm thrilled, absolutely thrilled. In fact, I can't quite believe it at the moment. It went so much better than I thought. Really made up.
Jeremy, from the start, has some major issues. If you can't tell the difference between a breast of chicken and a lump of fillet of pork, and you can't tell the difference between a chive and a stalk of some parsley, we are going to have huge issues regardless of how good he can cook.
I'm not very good at identifying things. You know, you go to the supermarket, you buy it, says parsley, it says chives on it, it says thyme on it, and you know which one is which. I challenge most people to get a load of green stuff and go, oh, which one? Do you know what I mean? It's just green stuff, after all.
He actually cooked his pork quite nicely because he thought he was cooking a chicken breast and you could do it exactly the same way. Matthew had a good round today, but he was made to look better by the weakness of the other 2. He can be caught, very easily caught.
For tonight, the pressure's off, but tomorrow they'll face their most demanding test yet. It's day 2, and the celebrities arrive for their next challenge. They'll be working the lunchtime service of the famous Odette's restaurant in London's fashionable Primrose Hill.
Good morning.
Under the expert guidance of head chef Bryn Williams, the 3 celebrities will each be responsible for a dish.
I think during this service, if I don't see we're getting 110% out of the contestants and the standard starts slipping, the busier it gets, we will send it out. It's a reputation of Odette's.
After 2 hours of prepping their dishes, the celebrities are ready for service. Lorne's dish is a starter of poached mackerel with a warm shallot and red wine vinegar dressing served on a bed of cabbage. Straight away, it's proving very popular.
5 mackerel, 2 tureen soup.
5 mackerels? I'm not surprised it's popular because it's exactly what I would order off the menu. As long as I can remember what goes in what order, I should be all right. Oh, no.
The early pressure shows as she breaks one of the fillets, getting it to the plate.
Pass me one more piece of mackerel, Chris.
Then, as she plates up the 4 remaining fillets, disaster strikes.
No, what's happened?
We'll have to do them again.
OK.
On the other side of the kitchen, Jeremy is cooking his dish of venison, served on a bed of red cabbage with chestnuts and a red wine sauce.
OK, smash 4 colours, 3 venison, 1 venison medium. After this, 4 venison and ravioli.
With only 30 minutes of service gone, orders for Jeremy's dish are flying in.
Yes, the pressure's building.
Jeremy, how many venison do you have?
Got 4 coming up.
Sure?
Oh, hang on. Where's the other 2? 3 there and 3 there. 8.
Come on, let's go, lads, come on.
But determined to defeat yesterday's nerves and prove he can really cook, Jeremy knuckles down and starts producing really good food.
Great flavours, very, very good dish.
But it's not just Bryn who likes Jeremy's dish.
Which was succulent, tender, and beautifully presented.
A lot less shouting than I thought. Good communication. Loving it.
Matthew's dish is pan-fried cod on butternut squash risotto.
OK, smash 4 colours, 3 cod and a ravioli. Yes, chef.
With 3 on order, Matthew is remaining calm and confident.
I don't want cod, 1 venison. Matthew?
4 minutes on the cod.
I'm having a lovely time. I'm learning tons, yeah, it's excellent.
But his confidence is causing him problems as he makes far too much risotto for his dish.
OK, Matthew. Look, all that left. Portion control rubbish, tastes very good.
OK, it gets bigger in the pan, like so many things. When it gets hot, it gets bigger.
Lorne's orders have slowed right down, and her earlier efforts are receiving mixed reviews.
The fish was cooked perfectly, but I wasn't fussy on the cabbage.
Her final order is for a VIP.
Smash!
So there's no room for mistakes.
E02 mackerel. It's the boss. Make sure it's good. Your competition, my job on the line.
Finally, Lorne delivers a perfect plate to end her service.
Very nice. Tastes very good. Matthew, this is your last dishes. Got to be as good as the first one.
Matthew finally has his portions under control and he's really impressing Bryn.
Happy with that?
Very happy with that. But
Spot on.
fish is fantastic.
After a very busy service, it's time for John and Greg to find out how the celebrities got on.
Busy lunch at Odette's. Bryn, thank you so much for looking after our 3 celebrities.
I want to know about Matthew during service.
Matthew was like, he had that mentality of a chef, I think, but very, very good. Lorne enjoys cooking. A professional kitchen, I just thought it was a little bit too much for it.
How about Jeremy?
Jeremy really pulled it together as service went along. I think as the competition goes on, I think you'll see more and better things from Jeremy.
Which of those 3 do you believe is the most talented cook?
I'd say the most talented cook is Matthew. Yeah, he's very confident in his own ability.
Now they're straight back to MasterChef HQ to cook their best 2-course meal. Lorne struggled in the invention test, but showed promise in the pro kitchen. This is her last chance to impress the judges and walk away a winner. Matthew shone in the first round and was right at home in the restaurant kitchen. Can he make it 3 in a row and book his place in the quarter-final? Jeremy was lost in the invention test, but pulled himself together in the pro kitchen. Can he now hold his nerve in the final test?
This, for me and for Greg, is extremely important because we get a chance to understand what you think good food really is.
We also realise that you've had a chance to practice this, so our expectations are high.
1 hour. Good luck.
They have to cook a 2-course meal of their own design. Only one will win a place in the quarter-final. Jeremy has reined in his experimental tendencies and come up with a clean, modern menu.
What are your courses, Jeremy?
I'm doing, for starters, I'm doing creme fraiche, asparagus, scallops, parma ham. My main course is pan-fried pheasant breast in a porcini mushroom sauce with mashed potato and red cabbage.
Sounds pretty good. I think actually there's something about you that makes me think you can cook.
Yeah, well...
And Bryn today said you've got a lot more to offer. And I'd like to see that. You want to win, though, really?
Of course I want to win, but come on.
There's such thing as potential, Jeremy.
Yeah, that's true. And I've got bags of that, righty.
OK. Jeremy's thing, I think, is quite nice. Scallops on top of the ham with the creme fraiche.
Good. And the idea of that pheasant with the mashed potato and the cabbage and the sep sauce, delicious.
20 minutes have gone!
Lorne is staying true to herself and cooking great ingredients very simply.
What are you doing?
First course is going to be a salad with hot bacon and a poached egg on the top. And then the main course is going to be just plain steak with sweet potato mash and basic vegetables.
How are we going to make this plain steak be absolutely fantastic?
Well, because basically I just believe that if you've got the right ingredients from the start, then, you know, it should taste for itself.
Great. Lorne, good luck.
Thank you.
Long salad with poached egg, yeah, nice as a starter.
Steak, beautiful piece of meat. Such a shame we're going to have boiled veggies on the side. Master, you've got to try a bit harder. You're halfway, guys, halfway.
Matthew's going all out to impress with an Asian-inspired menu.
Matthew, you seem to be well on your way. What are you doing for us?
A salmon sashimi with an aged balsamic topped with a seared scallop.
Everything Asian apart from the balsamic. Where did that creep in?
I think it looks good and it tastes good.
And for main course?
Chicken served in a sort of coconut soup with some baby bok choy as well.
Why are we cooking this food?
My favourite foods are from Thailand and Malaysia. I love the spice, the kick that comes from chilli.
You did well yesterday. You've had a fairly decent round in the kitchen today. Do you think you've won it already?
No, because anything can go wrong.
Thank you, Matthew.
Cheers.
I like the sound of his salmon sashimi. I'm even prepared to try an aged balsamic on top of it.
The soup has to be strong. It has to have guts. It's got to have flavour. You've got just 5 minutes left. 5 minutes.
Time's up, guys. That is it.
Lorne has made a watercress salad with crispy bacon, but failed to add the poached egg. Her second course is steak with sweet potato mash and a selection of vegetables.
My experienced palate says that taste of lettuce, olive oil and bacon. Brilliant.
You have got the crispiness and the saltiness of the bacon, and the pepperiness of the watercress is coming through. It is a nicely proportioned salad. It's such a shame the egg's not on there.
From salad to steak. Lorne, how do you like your meat cooked?
I like my meat done medium under.
Hey, look at that. Bit of sweet potato mash. Steak's cooked really well. The sweet potato doesn't have lumps in it. It's cooked well. The biggest thing there, I think, is that it's lacking seasoning. Like a really good handful of salt and a really good amount of pepper.
Sweet potato, no. You want to let that steak and that sauce, which is great, speak for itself. The sweet potato is so sweet. You'd be better off with something quite neutrally bland.
Are you happy about the experience so far?
Absolutely. I mean, I didn't expect to learn or take on board as much as I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeremy has started with seared scallops, served on asparagus with lime-flavoured creme fraiche, topped with crispy Parma ham. And to follow, pheasant served with mash, red cabbage and a mushroom sauce.
Really well seasoned, well cooked scallop. Then the asparagus, which is very, very rich and quite earthy. A little bit of sourness from the creme fraiche. Touch of saltiness from your ham. Triumphant.
That is a lovely, lovely plate of food. We're finished with this now. We are going to swap plates over. Cabbage goes blue-purple when you overcook it.
Right.
That bird is perfect. The mash is smooth and creamy. That's great. Where on earth were you yesterday, Jeremy?
It's nerves, isn't it?
Beautifully seasoned, well-cooked, moist breast of pheasant. Rich, lovely creamy mashed potatoes. It's absolutely delicious. You, young man, have obviously got something somewhere which lets you know that you can actually really cook.
Do you fancy another crack of the whip? Do you fancy another round?
Well, yeah. I reckon I could show you something a little bit special.
Matthew's starter is salmon sashimi with ginger, seared scallop, sea cress and a balsamic dressing. His main is a spicy chicken noodle soup with baby bok choy.
The salmon, the scallop, the ginger, slight sesame, beautiful, beautiful mix.
It's really clean, it's really, really crisp, it's well presented. The balsamic vinegar I don't really get.
We're going to move these plates over.
Okay.
Because of the noodles, we have very little heat left. Because that noodle has taken away all that heat and it could probably do with a huge amount more. It could be really, really strong.
Okay.
Soft chicken, soft noodle, well cooked. Lime, lots of really fresh citrus going, then goes into creamy coconut. I think it's pretty good. You got off to a flying start, didn't you, yesterday? You haven't had it all your own way today, have you?
No.
Do you think these are good enough to make you the quarterfinalist, Matthew?
On the basis of this, I'm not entirely sure, actually.
Thank you.
Welcome.
You now have a wait while John and I decide which of you is going to be a quarter-finalist. I'm sorry. Go outside, we'll get you back in as soon as we can.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
I just can't believe I actually managed to cook something properly.
Today, I was prepared to be surprised, and I was surprised.
I mean, let's talk about Lawn No Food, because yesterday it was extraordinary. Today, 2 fairly concise dishes. Salad, bacon, should have had a poached egg on top, didn't, but it was clean, it was all right.
I think the way she cooked the steak does point at someone who has got it in them to be a decent cook.
The fact that I did cook the meat right and the vegetables were spot on and everything else is just, I'm so pleased with that.
She needs time we can't give her, I'm afraid.
I think probably, she's got to go.
Matthew is a competent, knowledgeable cook. I thought the salmon with the ginger was lovely. Absolutely lovely.
The food today he did, I don't think was as good as he has done, even in the first round. That noodle soup should have had real heat, real punch, and it didn't. And that's such a shame. And it could be the thing that lets him down.
I think the courses I produced just now are okay. I don't think that I've done them as best I could. So I wouldn't like to make any assumptions about how I'm doing at all at the moment.
I really don't understand Jeremy at all, because his cooking today was honestly great. Very good indeed. The only problem I could find was he overcooked the cabbage. Where was he yesterday?
Jeremy did very well in the restaurant today as well, And what he has done today with the pheasant, what he has done today with the scallops, and the way he handled it all and worked out his timing and thought about it, Jeremy can really cook.
I really couldn't have asked for a better appraisal. So any righty will mess up because he was right up there yesterday, and then I might be in with a chance.
I saw promise in Matthew as soon as he walked in. I now see promise in Jeremy as well. Well done. You put a lot of hard work into today. And you gave the competition some real edge. So well done.
We have to make a decision. We have to find ourselves a quarter-finalist. We made our decision, and our quarter-finalist Matthew. Congratulations.
Well done.
Mate.
It feels brilliant, actually. It really does. I'm absolutely over the moon.
I'm going back home knowing far more than I came in with. So for me, it's been a great success. I'm confident that I can actually come back from a boot cell and cook a little bit more than a sausage.
Bitterly disappointed, but I think I did okay in the restaurant today, and I think I did okay in my meal, and I think that yesterday, had my nerves not been so bad, this may have been a different outcome.
I've had a fantastic time. I've had a fantastic time. I think now I'm going through to the quarters. Well, the stakes have been raised, so yeah, I'll give it my best shot.
Matthew will be back for the quarter-finals, when he'll battle against 3 other celebrity cooks for the title of Celebrity MasterChef.
They are celebrities. They have been exposed to good food. They should know what they're up to.
Oh, knickers.
I was expecting fireworks then. I didn't get it.
I think you can really cook, and I'm really surprised at what you're able to do.